Welcome everyone for another day of a woo woo Christmas. I'm so excited to just kind of feature these every day in order to bring through some tools to help nourish your soul this season. We are in a tricky time, as we get overwhelmed perhaps and overstimulated and also maybe feeling some waves of grief. And I'm so excited for this beautiful guest today, a beautiful friend of mine, one of my Bali sisters, Sarah Marshall from Australia, international psychic medium. Sarah, thank you so much for joining me today.
Lovely to be in your energy again.
Oh, you too. It feels like ages. And I know in Australia, it is like you're like right in the middle of summer. Like what is like the temperature there?
Well, yesterday was 32 degrees, but I don't know what that's in Fahrenheit. I don't know if you guys do degrees.
Still really warm, like t-shirt weather
Really?
wise.
Yeah, yeah. And today it's raining, so
Okay. Well, us in
that's
Northern
early
Hemisphere,
weather.
definitely a little colder over here. But Sarah, we just chatted briefly, like what are some things that you as a medium are doing to kind of give yourself some grace throughout the holidays and kind of, more than survive through the season, but thrive. How are you doing it?
Or
You're like, am
am
I?
I doing it? I don't know. No, for me, this time of year it brings up a lot of grief for me because I did lose someone incredibly important to me a couple of days before Christmas. So for me, even as a medium, I'm definitely trying to connect in deeply and know that my loved ones are absolutely connected with me at all times. So I'm very, very close, like in that energy with them and knowing that they're right beside me. And that means, playing my grand's favorite music at this time of year, feeling her energy, making the stuff that we used to love doing and just taking a moment to pause and connect, just in knowing that the love still exists around me and knowing that they've never really left my side at all.
Oh,
So
it makes me emotional. So beautiful. Like do you like as a medium? So you believe, like, I mean, same as me, that when we do these things, their recipes and all these things, like it brings them closer, right?
absolutely. And I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand, and I'm sure you have too, that they're
Mhm.
literally standing beside us when we're cooking their favorite dish, or we're standing in the kitchen doing all the cooking and the prepping and all of that kind of stuff. They're right beside us, and they show us in so many subtle ways that maybe sometimes we overlook. And I think that that's the most important like thing about being connected at Christmas is, even if you're not a medium, as a normal person, it's, just actively choosing to see the magic even if you don't want to see the magic at this time of.
Mm. And so for you, like, does that come in synchronicities? Does it come in signs and symbols? Feeling?
Yeah,
What does it
it
come in?
comes yeah, it comes in a lot of different ways for me, and especially with my gran, it comes in a lot of numbers. So I often see her birthday, and I'll look at the time and it'll be 221, and her birthday was the 22nd of January. And like just seeing numbers pop up. If you look at the music at a particular time, it's 122. It's
Ah.
like the way in which those things, like the numbers swap around for me. But it's also even in the conversations that I have with people that I know that my gran would have absolutely loved to hear and listen to. Even for instance, this conversation, this opportunity that's come up to have this
I know. I
conversation,
think I
just
like feel her love for you. Like I'm so feeling overwhelmed. I think I'm accidentally channeling your grandma's trying to talk to me because I'm just like, oh, I have so many emotions. Oh, have you been finding feathers everywhere? Like I'm just seeing
yeah.
feathers
Yeah.
falling all over you. Your grandma's just says she's sending you so many feathers.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I left my friend's house and there was a giant feather on her doormat at the front. And I'm like, I was like, they're here, they're here.
Oh, beautiful. And like I think that, we always think it's just a coincidence. Yeah, for some reason I keep seeing 122 or yeah,
Yeah.
feathers are everywhere. We try to like rationalize it, but how can we encourage not to take anything as a coincidence?
I always say nothing is a coincidence. Nothing ever is a coincidence. And as soon as you look at something, and I say this to all of my clients, as soon as you look at something and you go immediately, oh my goodness, my loved one, that's the message from their spirit showing you. That's the pause in the day-to-day stuff. You might see a million and one feathers every day and think, oh yep, a bird's been hit or something, and there'll be one day where you see a feather and you go, oh, my mum, or oh, my dad, my brother, and I wonder what he's doing right now. That's their connection. They've put that in your mind to think of them in that
Mm,
moment so that you can feel their energy around, so that you can feel their connection and you can know that they're with you in that moment. It might be a fleeting moment, but it still happened and you're still able to feel that love even ever so slightly from a different viewpoint from there.
mhm. And you think like I don't know what like quote it was, but I kind of read something like the more you start witnessing the magic, the more it interacts with you, like the more they give you. They're like, okay, she finally got it, so now we can
Got
send her
it!
more.
Just not asking for a signing of mine.
Yeah, do you find that happens? Do you ever find that?
Absolutely. I
Like
was
as soon
thinking
as you
that.
acknowledge it, you're like, oh, wait a second, now there's a lot of crazy stuff happening.
Yes, and
Yeah.
some people say from a like psychological standpoint that that's confirmation bias, but it actually isn't. When you start to see the magic start to unfold, it's actually one of the most incredible feelings ever. And it's like you'll walk into a shop and her favorite song will be playing. You walk somewhere and it's not a common song, it's a very old 1930s, 1940s song.
Right.
That's not on the top pop playlist for Christmas.
Right, exactly.
So
I keep walking into grocery stores and I swear I keep seeing like a woman like with my mom's haircut, like in like either like the vegetable aisle or whatever, and I'm just like I know that that's her showing her
yeah,
resemblance through somebody. And I'm
yeah,
like, there's no chance that every time I've been in like this grocery store, I'm seeing
absolutely.
something exactly her hair color, exactly
Yeah.
her haircut. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. And
And
like,
I think strangers, oh sorry, I
oh no,
think
go ahead.
strangers, I said this recently, we underestimate the power of interactions with strangers because they will do everything in their power to come forward in the form of a stranger to give us a little message or to give us, even if it's just one sentence that you stop and you think about what they had to say. It's their way of like orchestrating, it's their way of pulling the strings to ensure that that person falls on your path to hear what they have to say to you in that moment. So you seeing your mum, seeing someone similar to your mum at the supermarket, she's orchestrating that so that you know that she's around for Christmas, like that she's definitely there. It's like it's not a coincidence.
Mm. Like, and I also love all this kind of, idea that they even like work through other people to us, like even gifts we may receive that you're like, gosh, I've been wanting to buy that for myself, and somebody else gifts it to you. Like, it's not just about the dimes and the feathers and the butterflies. Do you know what I mean?
No,
There's so many
yeah,
multiple layers that they're trying to communicate,
absolutely.
So I
Because
love
their
that
love
reminder.
transcends. It's like love, it doesn't just stop here in a physical form, it transcends all dimensions. And that's why this time of year, the veil is so thin because so many people are grieving, but so many people are loving and experiencing joy, kindness from others. And it's unfortunately sometimes people do stay in that negative like mindset of as getting not saying grief is a negative mindset, but more so the other stuff that comes with it, the anger, the frustration with others, that kind of thing. If only they could just see what joy has to bring them, they would feel a lot different and their grief wouldn't be so heavy.
Mm. It's almost that vibrational piece too. I'm like, what makes the veil thin? It's like not Halloween or, these places where we think we're calling on the dead. It's really when the vibration is high, like when we're making the recipes, when we're laughing and we're dancing to music and, our energy is in a higher state. That's where they can meet us much easier, right?
Absolutely, because like their ability to blend in is so strong, and it's honestly it's not much difference between their frequency and our frequency when love and joy is very high. So it just allows them to come in ever so slightly.
Mm. So any like tips, for people that are really deep in grief, this Christmas? What's a way that they could raise their vibration or their frequency to a place of love and joy? Is it remembering a memory? Is it wearing something of theirs? Is it
I think it's all of that. I think it really is all of that, but it's also just taking a pause in all of the rat race, all of the chaos that exists. And I think taking a moment to pause and to almost imagine as if their loved ones are still sitting next to them on the couch as they sit and watch their favorite Christmas movie, or
Mm.
you know, and taking a moment to pause in the middle of making them like mum's favorite dish at the kitchen bench and just feeling her presence right next to her at the kitchen bench. It's it's in those moments that it's allowing them, and although it's not there, it's allowing that imagination to build. And I
Mm.
feel when people have that moment to pause, they can really feel that love and not looking at it, not feeling that their presence in a grief way, feeling their presence in a gift from them, and feeling the gift of Christmas again, and trying not to feel that the magic is lost because the magic is only starting. And
Mm.
I feel like for people that are really in the depth of grief or who have lost someone that they really truly love, it's allowing it's allowing that doing their favorite stuff. Don't stop because they're not here. Keep doing the traditions. Keep making the eggnog, or we do my nan used to do a wine truffle,
Mm.
and she used to get drunk doing it. And it'd be
I'm gonna have to
so
Google what a
much
wine
good.
truffle is. I've never heard of that. Like, is it a cake?
It's a wine trifle, yeah. So it's like a sponge, like a cake sponge that we buy at the shops, and we cut it up and you like layer at the bottom of this like big it's literally like a goblet looking thing, and then you put jelly on it, and then you mix Bailey's
Oh my
or
gosh.
wine, and then you let it soak, and then you do another layer and then another layer, and you put fruit like berries and that kind of stuff and custard. And as I said, my dad
So
used to like getting
there's no calories in it.
no,
No
none, none,
calories.
not at all.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Or alcohol. And for me, I then started doing that because I knew that my nan
Mm.
loved that so much. And I've made my own tweaks to it because over the years she's given me permission to, and connecting with her, and she's like, you can change it to what you like now.
Mm.
But it was just the funny, like the because she wasn't a drinker in any way, shape, or form, but she'd have like 2 sips of brandy and she'd be legless. And enjoying those moments of like those memories. And I know that some people haven't had been gifted a lot of that joy, but it is just finding the magic or the kindness from a stranger in some way. It's like give to someone, because that will return 1,000 times more than what you think it will. So
Mm.
it's just, yeah, being open to that kind of stuff
And
during
that
this.
we're the messenger for other people's loved ones as well when we do that.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like, feeling that presence and knowing that they've never actually really left us. So I send so much love and kindness to people who are potentially experiencing their first Christmas without their loved ones, or their 20th. It doesn't really change. It's still someone missing, but knowing that they're always there in some capacity, especially at this time of year.
Mm, I love that. What beautiful reminders. Thank you, Sarah. And I love that, it sounds so simple. And I love that idea too of letting your imagination flow because, one of the biggest things we all think is like, did I just make it up?
Yeah,
But really in that imagination space, that's kind of where spirit communicates to us, where we all thought like, am I making it up? But that's really where the magic is, isn't it?
exactly. Yeah, it really is. And it's
Yeah.
allowing the space to dream again. It's just beautiful.
Thank you, Sarah. Beautiful. And just so many, thank you for sharing that beautiful memory of your grandma. It's like, I feel like I can like smell it, she said. Oh, well, Sarah, thank you so much for joining me. And, Sarah, what are your offerings in the new year? Like, how can people stay in your world if they feel called to?
Oh, absolutely. So you can find me on Instagram, Sarah Marshall Medium, or you can jump on my website for one-on-ones at priestessandhermoon.com. And yeah, one-on-ones, I'm hosting a lot of masterclasses next year, really just stepping into this space fully and embracing all that love has to offer from the spirit world.
Beautiful, Sarah. So I wish you guys a Merry Christmas and beautiful holiday season.
Thank you so much. And you too, sending you so much love.
Oh, back to you. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.